Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and it's a bit late actually. It is 12 minutes past 11, and I'm running a bit late, as you can probably imagine. We've been out for Gary's birthday meal, and I have to say I was shocked. It was pretty amazing, and in the most unlikely place, a really posh restaurant, and it was an Indian restaurant, but not like any Indian restaurant that you've ever been to before. It was just incredible. And I had another occasion to use my little sparkly number, and I'm going to show you something. I got these from the table. They had these on the table, and they just like little sparkles. So yeah, I got two, and here's another one. So Gary kind of suggested, but you know, someone did put one in the ear at one point. I said Gary should have one in his hearing aid, because that would be perfect, wouldn't it? It would be brilliant. You can't even see them. Maybe if I put them there, that might be better. Sparkling away over there. So that's really all I've got to show you in my little bag, because it's not very big anyway. But I do have jokes. So Gary found this one, and it is: an Irish woman was admitted to hospital today after having phone sex. Doctors removed 2 Nokias, 3 Motorola's and 1 Samsung, but no Siemens was found. And then I had another one. I'll find it. And this is from Alfie. So Alfie is Victoria's son. She's got 2 kids before she had Harley with Paul. And Paul's my son. So these are Harley's half brothers. So yeah, they're still my grandchildren, you know. But I just feel like I need to explain who they are. Anyway, he sent me a joke. Here is a joke to say on your video. Have you heard about the new sport called silent tennis? It's like normal tennis, but without the racket. Actually, that's pretty good. So I said I would definitely use it. So we've had 2 extra jokes today. This evening, tonight, should I say. They're kind of in they look like they're in sequence, but they're not. Although, well, they do hit the same colours sometimes. So yeah, very posh restaurant. Very, very posh restaurant. Not inexpensive. And they do a mixture of kind of fusion cooking. So they have, you'll find several steak meals, but when you read the blurb, it'll be cooked with some of their spices in mind, although it's not necessarily an Indian dish, if you know what I mean. So they have lots of posh Indian dishes, and you can go through the whole page of that. Then you've got the whole page of the kind of pseudo English, where you've got a bit of their spice in there as well. And then on the next page you've got traditional kind of Indian food, like a list of some of the kind of favourites that people have when they have Indian food. So anyway, they did starters as well, and they did desserts. So yeah, it was really nice, really, really nice. And what was great about it was that all of Gary's brothers, Gary has a half brother as well who wasn't there, but he did get invited. He couldn't come. But every time we get together, we end up with the brothers photo. It's kind of like an obligatory thing that we do. So here are the brothers, and so from this side then, Martin and Ivan and Melvin, and of course Gary. So and then there was one where we put Brandon in. So now we have Brandon, who is Martin's son, Ivan, Melvin, and Gary. So yeah, but we always do the kind of obligatory brothers picture, and it was really nice anyway. So great evening. We got back and we watched a tiny bit of TV, and Gary went to bed, and I thought, oh, I'll do my video soon. And then as I was flashing around, Joe Lycett was on. I do love a bit of Joe Lycett. I love Joe Lycett. He's so funny, and he always has really funny letters to read out. And he tickles my funny bone anyway. But I fell asleep watching Joe Lycett right after the Tom Daly character assassination, which yeah. Anyway, so yeah, fell asleep, but then I kind of woke up thinking, oh my god, it was finishing. Now look at the time. So, and I had so much to do, and this green thing is my latest tutorial. I've got 2 on the go at the minute. There will be 3, and I'm going to record them and then gradually get all the bits together, and then they'll be finished. But this is something that I've been thinking about for a little while. So yeah, got that done, a little bit of that done before Gary come home. But I had to pop out because I woke up and had to go out, and I slept in, which was really unfortunate, because I thought, oh, if I've got to pop out, at least I can do it mega early and then not lose any time. Didn't get up until like nearly 9:45. But there is a reason. So once again, last night, I woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning with griping stomach pains. And, this is getting all too frequent. And I wouldn't mind, but I'm sticking to gluten-free and everything else. But thankfully, this little blighter didn't get too bad today. And there was one point in the meal where I thought, and I'm sure it was kumquat diet. It was on the dessert, obviously. And there was a fig, well, half a fig. And there was all these little fruits, obviously strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, blackcurrant, blueberry. And then there was this, and I think it's like, you see them a lot in restaurants as garnish and things like that. And it's like a yellow ball with kind of papery beige leaves, which I don't know, it's probably not, but I always think that might be a kumquat anyway. But I don't know if it surely could be something else. But it was very sharp, not horrible, but as soon as I put it in my mouth and bit into it, I thought, oh, that's really not happy about eating that. So I quickly ate it. Luckily it was only this big, so it wasn't too much. And but everything else was fine. I didn't get any reaction at all for anything else that I ate or drank, so that was good. I had a lovely hot chocolate while I was there. It was amazing. But mostly I just had some water with dinner and some Coke, Diet Coke. That's all I had. And they gave us all a complimentary kind of Baileys, which I gave to Gary, and several other people gave him theirs. So we had like a huge glass of it and gave one to Martin. But when we got there, they gave him they gave him a glass of kind of champagne, probably Prosecco or something, with a strawberry in it, which was on the side, which was really nice, because they knew it was his birthday. But yeah, it was very, very, very nice. And but his birthday's tomorrow. Today for you guys, because as you well know, my today is your tomorrow, and your tomorrow my yesterday. So the 1st of December, that is Gary's birthday, and 21 again, exactly. So let's have a look at the bits and bobs, because I know I did a couple of jokes, but yeah. And Alfie gave me that one a couple of days ago, but because I didn't see it until after I did the last one. Obviously it's, what the heck is that? What do you reckon? I can't even make it out with the light on it. Is it a big person? Is it a big kind of like Mandalorian? Yeah, that's what it is. I just make out a helmet now. Yeah, good grief. And I have no glasses. I should do, because I was working on... I can't even remotely tell you what that says. Let's see if I can get a bit of light on it. It might help. What's it gonna be this time? Surrender or fight, said Moff Gideon. Well, I reckon fight. That might be what Mando would be choosing. Okay. Oh, that's a big one. I think I've done that one. Got a nice little one. A nice little one. I overdosed on Viagra once. Hardest day of my life. We won't do the little book because we've done lots of jokes today, so we don't need any more, do we really? But so you can't see it, but I'm very sparkly. This is a little kind of got a little sheeny sparkle to it. It's one of my favourite jackets. I love this jacket. It's one of those that sort of comes in and it goes to a kind of a point there, and then it flares out a little bit, makes you look thinner. And I have these on. Hang on. And the bottom of my top has some sequins in a line at the bottom. I like that. They're nice and subtle. However, these are not subtle, but they are my favourites. I love these boots. They are my favourite boots. I just love them, and they're so comfortable. It's like a glove on your feet. But I do need to take them off now, so might as well, as I've taken one off. And plus, another thing I like about them is, you know, they make me a little taller, which can't be bad, really. So yeah, had a good night, and it's nice to get them off at the end of the day, though. At the end of the evening, should I say. Oh, so yeah, I've shown you. Oh, I can show you some of the food, I think, because every time something come out, Gary said, "Oh, take a photo of that." So this was my starter, because mine was gluten-free, and I think it might turn. I don't mean it'll be on the turn, but it might turn. That green stuff was fantastic. And I've got a bit of, well, it looks like a smoker's finger, because I did dip and try it. This was Gary's starter, and he'd got a little fishy on that side, obviously in batter. But he had lots of goodies on his. And then they brought out this, which was a champagne sorbet palette cleanser. Very, very nice. So this was my dinner, and it was a tandoori chicken breast with mash that had got some spice in it, and green beans with a tandoori sauce that you could pour on. So that was mine. This one, I think that was Gary's. So that was Gary's, but I don't think that was all of it. He had this other bits and bobs. That was a southern Indian lamb dish. And then this was his dessert. It was a gulab jamun, and with cream and goo and stuff. And this was his brother's ice cream. He had loads of different ice cream flavours. There was about 5 altogether. Oh, was that mine? No, that was Ivan's. This was mine. I had a pyramid, and there's that thingy. Anyone who can tell me what that is? I thought it was a kumquat, but I might be lying. And I had a pyramid of chocolates. Very, very good. Very good. So the thing that gave me a dodgy finger was that green stuff. Yeah, it's and it was yummy. It was really yummy, but of course yeah. So yeah, the green stuff, don't know what it was, but it was good. So yeah, there was other foods that we could, I mean, to be honest, Ivan and Anne, they had everything they ordered was just amazing and huge. They're pescatarians, and if you don't know what that is, it's that they have a fish diet, and so everything they had was fishy, apart from the ice cream. Didn't have fish ice cream. That would be gross. So I don't know about these lights. I don't think you can turn them off. They're going to be like I don't believe you can. I think it's just one of those things where they pull the tab out and they will go until they stop. So we'll probably have planes landing. So, oh look, there we go. Probably have planes coming into land or something. Anyway, so yeah, great night. And it was nice as well because Martin's ex, who's Brandon and Yasmin's mum, she was there and hadn't seen them for a long time. Well, I haven't seen her for a long time, only on Zoom when Yasmin Zooms her when I'm around Martin's. And Brandon was there as well, and Ivan and Anne, and we don't see them too often because they live quite far into Essex. And Ivan, Melvin and Les were there, and we'll be seeing them soon. We've got a party to go to, which would be nice. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of went out this morning, and I went to the shop. The reason I went out, and I feel really bad about this, and what happened was, suddenly when Gary said about, don't forget it's the meal, because it's early though, his birthday's the following day, and I suddenly thought, I haven't got him a card. So I'd got him a present ages ago, but I didn't buy a card. And he said, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. And I said, no, I will worry about it, because, you know, there was a time when we gave up buying cards for each other. And then we said, you know, no, let's do it again. And that was Christmas as well, because, you know, it's losing those little touches as well. So I said, no, I will worry about it. And it's a milestone birthday. You know, he's 21, for goodness sake. So, you know, I had to go and... Okay, it's not. But it is a milestone month, year. So I said, no, I will go. I'll go and get it. And so I went out to get a birthday card and spent £80. But I did buy some Christmas presents while I was out. So that's all right. I did actually get a couple of bits and bought some stuff to make a certain cocktail that I might be a little famous for. So yeah, got that, which I wasn't going to mention because I was going to surprise people at Christmas with it, but I'm just going to say it. I bought the stuff to make some purple rain, because Victoria, whenever she came to us, would always miss out on having my purple rain, because she had to drive home. Paul doesn't drive, so she would always have to be the one driving home, and they never stayed over. I think she might have had it on a rare occasion, the purple rain, if they did stay. But I thought if I bought the stuff, because then Gary can have some a bit later on as well, but I can do it Christmas Day. I can take some of the stuff with me and do that on Christmas Day. So I thought I'll do that. So yeah, I bought that as well. But to be honest, I went out for a birthday card, and yeah. So yeah, by the time I got back, I looked at the time and I thought, I've got enough time to get this on, you know, get this done. So I filmed a few bits, and I knew Gary said because it's his birthday he was going to get home early, but he arrived as I was doing it, and I thought, oh no. But he was very quiet in the living room watching multi-screen football matches while I finished. It's not finished, but those parts are finished. So yeah, I got that done just about, but nowhere near as much as I wanted to get done. And now I feel a little bit behind and under the cosh, because, you know, when I said I went away last time, I kind of got ahead so that I had things that were filmed that could pop up while I'm away, and there's very little filmed for this one. And another thing, I got the stuff to do a giveaway, because I'm 3 away from 34k, and so I thought I was going to get ahead on that, and I didn't, because I didn't get the opportunity in the end to film it. But I shall do it tomorrow. I will. And I've got one more order to pack, and then I was going to get them collected today. I'll get them collected tomorrow now, because I think I've missed the cut-off being a dirty stop out. So yeah, we'll get them done. I mean, unless I can get on and get it done before, but I'm not sure even if I do, if it will be in time for tomorrow. But never mind, it'll go Tuesday. So anyway, I'm going to get off and upload this because I need to go to bed. I actually fell asleep, as I said, in front of the TV just a little while ago. And I've been so rushed today. Got nowhere as well, really, in the real sense of the word. A little bit filmed of a tutorial, and that's all. And it wasn't until Gary was watching these football matches and they finished, and Formula One come on, that I even remembered that Formula One was on. And I'd been watching qualifying, sprint and all that stuff. I just totally forgot that it was on today, and so didn't even see the start of that. I saw the end, but not the start. But never mind. There's only one left, and then it'll be the break until next season, when there's lots and lots and lots of changes coming. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I missed the football match that I wanted to watch as well today, because it was on while we were out. But I kept looking at the scores, and but it doesn't matter. Obviously, you can't just be square-eyed gogglebox person, can you? You've got to have life. Exactly. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed all the jokes from Alfie and from Gary, and Gary's written ones. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now. Take care.